I'd like to take a look at what people thought was going to happen with this interview on Monday. Okay, for the record, how did it come to be? Well, Asmongold had started reacting to my content more regularly. Previously, he had very sporadically watched my Detractors videos, and he would comment on them on his show. He has 4.5 million subs on YouTube. When he streams, he gets like 40,000 viewers. Okay, no lie. He's that popular. And that's just on Twitch. I think he also has a few thousand viewers or more on Kick. So this guy's bringing in like 50K views when he goes live. All right. That's a lot of eyes on my Detractors content. And after hearing a couple times that he'd been watching it, I was like, I'm upset because what happens is that it's different for me than other people. And allow me to explain. When Asmongold reacts to any other content creator, whether it's positive or negative, what undoubtedly happens is people flock to their content. I want to check out their content now. Are they good? Are they bad? And then their channel or their stream or whatever it is they're doing gets a boost in attention. Boom, giant spike, huge boost in attention. So even if Asmongold was saying something negative about them, they get a view spike, they make some extra money. They're like, I got the rub. Not a big deal. I actually heard, I don't know if this is true, there was someone who he had talked about, and because of their interaction, they gained 200,000 subscribers just based on that interaction. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what someone told me, okay? So that's insane, right? That's amazing. Holy shit. You work with Asmongold, you get the rub, right? But here's the difference between me and everybody else. Everyone else, you can find them. You know, Asmongold name drops this guy, that girl. You can go find them and you can watch their content. You can't find me on the internet. Why? Because I am buried under a pile of toxic garbage, people who have stolen my content for nearly a decade now, illegally restreaming it, illegally ripping it and putting it up on their own channels before I even have a chance to, because I'm still on my own live stream. Right now, as I'm broadcasting this, there's people who are stealing the content immediately. They are not doing anything transformative. They are not doing anything protected under fair use law. They are outright stealing. Then they post up that content with hashtag DSP, hashtag DSP Gaming, hashtag DarkSidePhil. They title it like that. So when people go to the YouTube algorithm and they say, I wonder what DSP is up to today because Asmongold talked about him, and you type in DSP, all you get are detractor videos and detractor channels. So they literally steal all of my attention, good or bad. Even if it's a good day, someone says something good about me, I don't benefit from it. There was a time a few weeks ago, someone was positively highlighting my take on AI and how AI should be used in the future. My take was AI should be used to basically take care of the menial tasks and boring things that we shouldn't be doing so we have time to do creative things. So for example, AI should wash your dishes. AI should do the laundry. AI should not be making music. AI should not be drawing art, because those are the artistic and creative and things that people want humans to do, because that's meaningful. That's what we want more time to do. Have the AI do the things we don't want to do so we have time to do the meaningful things, right? So that take was put all over the internet. People were like, oh, it's a good take. Guess how much attention I actually got for it? Because all that happened is everyone typed in, oh, DSP's take, and went right to Detractors. Okay? So when Asmongold was talking about me for the last few weeks, I said, this is not going to help at all. So what I need to do is I need to take action. So slowly but surely, I started reacting to Asmongold's takes on my streams. Basically, people would say, he said this about you, he said this about you, and then I would respond to it, whether I was on a driving sim stream, having a few drinks, or just casually mentioning it in a podcast. He started reacting back to my reactions. All right? So since I saw he was basically biting, he's interested. I said, how can I actually get this guy's attention? I'm not going to get his attention by just talking in my own content, because all he's going to do is react to my detractors again. Literally, I'll get nothing out of it. So I said, I know what I'll do. I'll be an asshole. Why be an asshole to him? Well, because if you're an asshole, people pay attention. If you're a nice guy and you do nice things on the internet and you're like buddy and, oh yeah, respect, no one cares. You have to be a dick. You have to be an asshole to someone. You have to insult them. You have to be harsh to them. Then all of a sudden, everyone notices, everyone pays attention, and then you can actually get elicit the response that you want. So I went on Twitter and I talked shit. I said, hey, Asmongold, read your DMs and stop reacting and talking about me like a bitch. Then I sent him a DM and immediately said, hey, so just so you know, the only reason that I just said that publicly was to get your attention, because if I didn't say it like that, you never would be told that I did this, and you'd never read this DM. I would like to talk with you about this detractor content that you're responding to, because you have big misconceptions. I've never been banned from Twitch. I don't sit around begging for money all day because I'm poor. Like, none of these things are true. That's what my detractors say. But if we sit down and have a conversation, I'd be more than happy to address any of this kind of stuff. Let's talk. And so we started a dialogue. It took about 2 weeks to really hammer in exactly when this was going to happen. And it was all kind of like, but rush, let's get it going. And then finally we got it going. So that's why it happened, because I went out of my way to try to get his attention by doing it the only way you can on the internet. And the thing is, I don't operate like that. I'm not a guy who talks shit. I'm not a guy who tries to insult or whatever. So it does sound like a crazy story, but it's true. This is exactly what happened. Okay, word for word, this is actually how it came to be. And so he accepted he wanted to do it. And people say, Asmongold doesn't do interviews. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that he wanted to do it too. And you can watch it in its entirety on his channel, Asmongold TV. Right now it has over 740-something thousand views and climbing. Probably will get 1 million by the end of the week. That's the better version, because that's the version that has him and me on camera. A lot of people have criticized my side and said, why don't you have Asmongold on camera? There was no way to get him on camera. He doesn't know how to set up Discord so I can see his camera. I'm serious. He basically has people set up everything for him. He doesn't know how to do that. It's actually called OBS virtual camera. You have to do this virtual camera thing to take your camera and put it into OBS so people can see you in there. He didn't know how to do it. So basically, he could see me because I set it up right. He didn't know how to set it up. So I didn't have his face. He's like, oh, you could put my stream on your channel. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be desynced. It's going to be like several seconds delayed. Who wants to see your face delayed? So I was like, well, I guess I will just go full screen with me. That's why my version is inferior. There's nothing you can do. I mean, it would be great if you did actually watch the version on my end, but it's the same as his basically, and his has both of us. So anyway, the interview lasted 2 hours. Yes, there was a lot of my detractor stuff, accusations, all the drama stuff was asked. Then for about 45 minutes, we talked about games. We talked about Twitch and streaming on Kick. We talked about the industry in general. And the whole second half of the interview was a fucking delight, because finally I got to talk with someone about awesome stuff that I've always wanted to talk about. Gaming in general is what I have passion for, what I wish people would want to talk to me about. But instead, drama, nonsense drama. Why? Because they're all cheap bitches who want to get easy attention on themselves by talking about toxic stuff. It's harder to get attention and support for talking about interesting, intelligent topics than it is about drama. Drama is the easy way out on the internet, and always has been. That's why I've been against it since day one. I don't like drama content because I think that's like gossip for teenage girls and sissies, quite frankly. I'm not for it. I'm a fucking 43-year-old man. I don't need to be talking drama all day. All right? So, I don't like it. I want to talk about intelligent stuff. I want to talk about games. I want to do all this stuff, right? But no one will do it with me because they want to benefit from the drama that my detractors have created around me. Okay? Asmongold gave me that respect. When we started talking about games, he realized, wait, he doesn't want to ask me drama questions about myself. He wants to talk about games. This is cool. And we had a good conversation. He by the end of the show, he said, I guess coming up, he's going to start a podcast and it's going to have this discussion about games. And he's invited me to be on the show. And I said, yes, absolutely. I want to be on the show. That would be amazing. That would be my dream, to talk about intelligent stuff with games and stuff with someone else in the industry as a creator, and we can share each other's opinions. And I'm sure we'll have things we agree on, things we disagree on. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Literally, I'm fucking delighted. If only other people would give me that kind of respect rather than just treat me like a doormat so they can get cheap views from idiots on the internet who will mouth-droolingly throw them money to talk shit about Darkside Phil. Okay? So it was amazing in my opinion. Okay? But what did people think was going to happen on that interview? Let's take a look at that. First of all, a couple quick shout outs, then we'll take a look at that. Probably Bears did a $5 super chat. So he says, here's a little seed money toward the lawsuit fund against the Detractor channels. Well, thanks. For the record, I'm not planning on suing the Detractors. Okay? I'm just not. I don't see anything fruitful coming from it. Okay? The thing is, like they say, it's like the Hydra. You cut off one head and 3 more sprout. And that's what's always happened with my trolls is even when a troll gets taken down or a troll gets, embarrassed and they stop making content, 5 more people sprout up to replace them. What's the point? For me, it's about trucking through and doing my own positive content and not paying attention to their nonsense. Okay? And it's worked. Here I am, 17 years later. I'm still here. I'm still successful. Okay? Thank you to Nice Baja Blast for $1.50.